Welcome to the GrowthPro Edge. We're here to help scale your business, build stronger teams, and sharpen your leadership skills. Hello, friends. This is Denise Killian with the GrowthPro Edge. Very excited to share with you what we're going to be doing today with the AAMA. We're going to be spending the day in Congress. So I'll be excited to walk you through what happens today. It's a beautiful day. Let's see how we look by the end of it. For those that may not be familiar, AAMA represents the amusement and coin-op entertainment industry. That includes arcades, bowling centers, family entertainment centers, manufacturers, distributors, and operators all across the country. Essentially, if you've ever played an arcade game, a redemption game, or visited a family entertainment center, you've experienced the industry AAMA works to support. What many people don't realize is that decisions made in Washington directly impact how our businesses operate every single day. Regulations, taxes, tariffs, payment processing, healthcare costs. These are all shaped by legislation. And if business owners don't speak up, lawmakers are often making those decisions without understanding the realities on the ground. That's why advocacy matters. During our meetings with congressional offices, we've focused on several key issues that directly affect FECs and small businesses across the country. The first topic we discussed was the need to pass Senate Bill 504. This legislation addresses lending requirements for certain types of business facilities, including single-use properties. Right now, many lenders require an additional 5% down payment for facilities considered single-use. For FECs, that classification can create a major financial hurdle. Think about what that means for a business owner trying to expand or open a new location. That additional 5% can easily translate into hundreds of thousands of dollars tied up in a down payment rather than being invested into the business itself. Things like new attractions, updated games, facility improvements, or hiring more employees. For most businesses today, credit cards are simply a cost of doing business, an expensive one. On average, credit card transactions make up around 90% of all payments. That means nearly every guest or customer is paying with a card. When those transactions carry processing fees of around 3%, the impact adds up quickly. For a business doing several million dollars in revenue annually, that can mean tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in fees each year. Those are dollars that could otherwise be used to invest back into the guest experience, maintain equipment, improve facilities, or increase wages for employees. There's an ongoing discussion in Congress about legislation that would introduce more competitive and transparent activities into the credit card processing system. The goal is to reduce excessive fees that disproportionately impact small businesses. We also discussed intellectual property protection, which is a critical issue for manufacturers in the amusement industry. One example is Raw Thrills, a company that designs and manufactures some of the most innovative arcade games in the world. These games require years of development, engineering, design, and significant financial investment. Unfortunately, there are foreign companies that copy these games and reproduce them without permission, essentially stealing the intellectual property and selling knockoff versions in other markets. When it happens, it undermines the companies that invested in creating the original products, and it discourages innovation and makes it harder for legitimate manufacturers to continue developing new experiences for our industry. Another major topic we brought up was, of course, tariffs. Many family entertainment centers rely on equipment and components that are manufactured overseas. Tariffs on these products can significantly increase costs for operators and manufacturers alike. But beyond the tariffs themselves, one of the biggest challenges right now is the unpredictability surrounding them. When tariff policies shift frequently or change from day to day, it becomes extremely difficult for businesses to plan. Operators must be budgeting for new equipment, planning expansions, or pricing attractions based on set of costs. Only to have those numbers change unexpectedly. Business owners need stability and predictability in order to make sound financial decisions. When policies are constantly shifting, it creates uncertainty that can slow investment and growth. And finally, we talked about healthcare costs. Providing healthcare benefits to employees is something many business owners want to do. It's important for attracting and retaining great team members and supporting the people who help our businesses succeed. However, the cost of healthcare continues to rise year after year, making it increasingly difficult for small businesses to offer comprehensive coverage. For FECs, many of which employ dozens or even hundreds of people, those rising costs can become a significant financial burden. Finding a way to make healthcare more affordable for both employers and employees is an issue that affects nearly every small business across the country. So the day is incredibly long. You have about 15 minutes between each meeting to go and speak to your congressman, speak to your senator about the issues that are important to your business. It is something that remarkably anyone can do, which is great. But you definitely want to be working with an organization to help you coordinate this. Now, as a private citizen, you can write your congressman, call your congressman's office, and they will allow you to come in and you can meet with a staffer. When you are a part of an organization that has a lobbyist group like the AAMA, you are able to meet with perhaps the chief of staff of that team or even the congressperson themselves. So today we have spent our day talking about things that are important to our industry, but things that are important to all of us. Affordability concerns, the amount and the cost of goods. Quite frankly, the things that impact us as individuals in our lives are the same things that impact us as small business owners. So having a lot of conversations about tariffs, about the cost of healthcare, about the price increases that are implicitly because of tariffs and other activities over the past 2 years that have led to a lot of economic concerns and insecurities, both for consumers and for small businesses. So having the opportunity to be able to do that is something that is really, really amazing. But I do have to stress, it's not something that you have to belong to an organization to be able to do. Congress people, at the end of the day, they want to know what's happening in their communities, in their districts. They want real stories. And being able to meet with people in person and on people's staff to be able to have those conversations is an essential part of what keeps our democracy functioning. Thanks for coming along for our visit to Washington, D.C. with the AAMA. If you enjoyed today's show, please take a moment to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Your support helps us reach more leaders just like you. And if you're ready to grow your team, your business, or yourself, contact us at thegrowthpro.com and set up a free growth call with one of our coaches. Once again, a special thanks to our sponsors, Embed, Party Center Software, ANA Global, Betson, Simnox, Schaefer, and Roller, for all that they do to help us bring you the GrowthPro Edge. Until next time, I'm Denise Killian with the GrowthPro Group. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep striving for the extraordinary.